I never come into this area without thinking of that child.
It is a case that still haunts Sheriff-elect William Snyder in Martin County, the disappearance of Andrea Parsons nearly 20 years ago.
He was a detective back then. The sheriff-elect is today speaking out about the suspect he says got away. News Channel 5's Jeff Skrypek joins us now live in Port Salerno with a story you'll see only on 5. Jeff?
Well, Michael and Kelly, it was in this Port Salerno neighborhood where Andrea Parsons lived. And as we stand out here tonight, we continue to have people come up to us and tell us what they remember about the case. Now, one person who won't forget that case, incoming Sheriff William Snyder, who, along with his team, just across the street from here back in 1993, arrested Claude Davis right there where he used to live.
Well, this is actually where it all started, right here on that July day.
It was back in 1993. A frantic search opens up when it's reported a 10-year-old girl had vanished from outside this store. That Port Salerno girl was Andrea Parsons, who still hasn't been seen.
I never come into this area without thinking of that child.
Nearly 2 decades later, the disappearance still haunts Martin County Sheriff-elect William Snyder, who at the time was a detective on the case. He says he remembers the search, all the flyers, and can't forget the man he holds responsible.
As a parent and as a resident of Martin County, I would love to have seen a successful prosecution with Claude Davis. It just did not happen.
Snyder says it was Davis who came to investigators. Davis first told them he witnessed 4 Mexican men kidnap Andrea. Davis then changed his story.
It's not our position to believe or disbelieve. We have the responsibility of investigating what he has told us.
Davis told investigators back in 1993 he was collecting cans with Andrea when she fell and hit her head. He claimed he dumped her body at Phipps Park. Then later, he told detectives Andrea died and he threw her body in a dumpster. Davis was then arrested.
We've developed probable cause, and I believe now and believe then that he was involved in her abduction and ultimate murder.
Your Honor, I'd like to know who's charging me.
Well, you're charged right now under a warrant.
Snyder says when Davis admitted to dumping Andrea's body, they couldn't sit back, fearing Davis could strike again.
We had gotten to the point that we firmly believed that Claude Davis was the offender in this case, and it was not an option for us to allow him to remain free.
Snyder says he hoped back then arresting Davis would lead to Andrea's body or shake the case open, but it wouldn't be enough. Time for a speedy trial expired, and Davis walked, a free man, never to be charged again.
The time has run on Claude Davis, and charges against him will never take place.
That's got to strike some sort of chord with you, right?
It does, yeah. I mean, it absolutely does.
Just tell us how you feel about walking down this sidewalk.
Man, I don't know how to describe it. I didn't think I ever would.
Davis even admitted to us in a recent interview he watched Andrea die and buried her.
I covered her up with a black bag and a piece of burlap sack so the dirt wouldn't go in her face. And then I said a little prayer and then I left.
Why make the arrest then? Why not wait until you have enough information to make sure that in your mind justice is served?
Law enforcement always has 2 things to balance, and other entities in the criminal justice system don't have. We have to balance public safety.
The other thing being probable cause. Snyder feels they had that, just not the most crucial piece of evidence.
Let us not forget her. Our search for Andrea continues on. We will keep looking until we find her.
Andrea is still missing.
Until we recover that child's body, this case will never be closed.
As Sheriff-elect William Snyder understands that this suit will be his responsibility when he takes office, but he wanted to make the note that he had nothing to do with the recent arrest of Chester Price, but he does again stress the fact of finding Andrea's body so what happened nearly 20 years ago doesn't happen again. Reporting live in Port Salerno, Jeff Skrypek, WPTV News Channel 5.